These are the kids that came a little bit late to school. The opening exercises, the singing of the national anthem, the reminders about being early and doing your work. All the speeches have been made by the principal to the 300 kids. And now they're anxiously waiting to get into school in the morning.
Okay, behind me is a two-classroom building, which we financed a few years ago. They were built in the traditional method with concrete block, concrete roof. The single classroom was built by someone else from donations from, I really don't know where they came from. And then this three-classroom building was started by the municipality, or the community I should say, but it wasn't completed and it was had some problems. The roof leaked, it didn't have a concrete roof. So we raised the money, put a concrete roof on it, fixed up the insides, improved the doors and windows, parched the front of it, and had it painted. And that's where these buildings came from. The building behind us was put up by the municipality. They still need a lot of work in this school complex. It needs new bathrooms for the students. Okay. These are the washrooms that are used by the teachers and the students. They're not very good. Sanitation is poor. You can see here that it's lined with cardboard. There's no real running water in there. They have to use a pail. And the sewage just goes right outside into the stream.
Into that stream that runs behind the school.
That's right.
There's no septic, there's no holding tank,
there's no piping
dry
water,
toilet.
no nothing. Yeah, okay. This definitely needs improvement. The rest of them are the same. There's two toilets behind this building as well. And then these are the old classrooms which we're trying to replace. And
now, will they be torn down, Paul, or will they continue to be used?
Torn down.
Okay. And is there plans for more buildings to be put on their foundations?
If we can get the funding, we'll put up some more buildings. Yes.
And how much does a typical classroom cost?
About 9,000 Canadian dollars.
So this building over here that's being built with Adobe.
Yes.
That would cost about $9,000.
Yeah, these are maybe just a little bit less. The two buildings in the patio roof will run approximately 18,000 Canadian dollars for the both of them.
For two complete classrooms, and the classrooms will have how many kids in them?
They run between 25 and 30.
Yep.
Okay, this is a typical Adobe. It's made out of the local mud, and if you can get a close-up of that, you can see this bits of organic material sticking out of it. That is the pine needles that are harvested locally from the pine trees, and that's mixed in and used as a binder in this Adobe. And this Adobe is quite heavy, and they were brought over here from the field, and each one of these is taken up over here, and eventually, with mortar, will be placed on top, like that, with a mortar joint like this. But in this particular location, before we put the mortar joint here, we'll put 2 layers of steel in this joint to help stabilize the wall, and it'll go through this void here, which eventually will continue all the way down, and there'll be steel placed in here, and the whole thing will be concreted together on a few locations to act as columns to stabilize the structure, because they get earthquakes here quite regularly, and we don't want to have any accidents in the future.
Now, will that void, that rectangle, be extended all the way down to the concrete footing?
This will go right down on the concrete footing, and it'll be tied in. And underneath this, in that concrete there, there's steel, reinforcing steel, and underneath there's rock that goes right down to solid ground.
It's on bedrock. Now, how will they cut that Adobe out of there? With a hand chisel?
They probably do it with a machete.
With a machete?
Yeah, very likely.
Yeah, they're not going to dull the machete?
Yeah, you sharpen it.
Again and again and again.
Yeah.
There's no power tools.
We do have some power tools, and I think we may actually score that with a power tool at first, but the majority of the work is done with a machete.
Now, I saw you earlier with a power tool. Where did they come from?
The power tools?
Yeah.
We purchase them here.
Here. You don't bring them down from Canada?
No, we buy all the materials, all the tools, and everything is purchased right here.
Okay.
It helps stimulate the local economy, which is part of the whole process of helping not only this particular school, but everybody involved. If what we do is not only an educational benefit, but an economic benefit to the area, everybody works together, and it's a good process.
And what do you do with the tools after you're finished? After this project?
The tools will be stored here at our another organization called Sueños, which is a Mexican organization, and it will be available for our use for future projects in this area.
And they use them for their work as well?
They use them for their work as well.